Hey, we're TokenTokerz.
I'm Miss Mercy.
I'm Sativa's sister, and this is TokenTokerz Tuesdayz, episode 6.
Guess who's back? Who's back? Guess who's back? Guess who's back? So the FCC won't let me be, or let me be me, so let me see. They try to shut me down on MTV, but it feels so empty without me. This looks like a job for me, so everybody just follow me, cause we need a little controversy, cause it feels so empty without me. Well, I'm back.
Episode is going to be on microdosing. We're going to let you know exactly what that is, if it's for you or if it's not for you, the benefits of microdosing, and then different ways to microdose with different THC products.
So what is microdosing? Microdosing is basically intaking small amounts of marijuana, still enough to feel the apparent effects. It's logical and disciplined, and it's a more controlled high, so that may not appeal to everyone who wants to have a good time, but if you're someone who wants to make a change in your life, this might benefit you.
And like Sativa's sister was saying, it's not going to be for everyone. It's good for people who are beginning with THC products, and then for advanced users, definitely good if you want to change any habits, like being unproductive every time you smoke, or just feeling like you have to depend on THC products for any type of issues you have. So it's very good to just slow down and get those medicinal effects with the microdosing. It's a very good way to save money, still getting the apparent effects without using so much product as well. And then very good for medical conditions such as anxiety, inflammation, chronic pain, and depression.
So some of the benefits of microdosing is that your mental state is not completely overtaken, so you're still functional throughout the day. Your high threshold is not surpassed, so you don't get a lot of those negative effects that are typically associated with marijuana, like the anxiety, headaches, things like that. Typically those are traits of overusing.
It's kind of weird to explain. You kind of have to more microdose yourself to get the full gist of it. But I always thought that I couldn't smoke sativas, but it's really not the fact that I can't smoke that type of flower. It's just when I used to smoke it, I was just overdosing it. Smoking too much of it just because I do have anxiety, and sativas just are more of a head high. So if I do want that just more clarification, good morning high, good mood elevation, I would just smoke just a little bit of sativa.
So if you're wondering how to start microdosing, for beginners, if your system's already cleared, so you're good to go ahead and keep a journal of how certain flowers, how much affects you, or product, whatever you're using to microdose. For people who are a little bit more advanced, you're first gonna wanna do a 48-hour cleanse, and that means no THC at all. And that's gonna be hard for you guys, but no THC at all, 48 hours to really clear your cannabinoid system. And then you're gonna slowly introduce minimal amounts, keeping record just like the beginners, and seeing exactly how much you need just to feel those apparent effects. This method was developed by a Maine doctor, Dr. Dustin Sulak. If you guys want to learn more about that, there is a great article in Elevate magazine, Nevada, that you can check out and learn all about that.
And there are a few different ways to microdose with different products. So there's ways of your regular combustion, just smoking, kind of difficult from a blunt, maybe a few hits, keep a dude tube, and then easier with more of a chillum, a one hitter, taking about a 0.1, 0.2, taking a few hits, and then waiting about 15 minutes to see if you reach your desired sensation. And then there's another way of vaporizing, which I personally use right now. My vaporizer, the chamber fits about a 0.3, so depending on how I want to feel, I might fill it up or halfway. And to get the more medicinal, the terpenes, and the taste of the flower, I would set the temperature to about 355 degrees to about 360 degrees. And I would get about 10 hits out of that. And then if I just want that super psychedelic, the total regular high, I would set the temperature just a little bit higher to about 366 to about 368. And that's about 2 hits.
So one of the easiest ways to microdose is ingestion. 3 different ways you can go about it. You can do edibles, which is like the cookies, brownies, candy bars, gummies. So most of those should be microdosed between 5 to 10 milligrams. Start off with the 5 milligrams and go up from there if necessary. You can also do tinctures. Tinctures are really cool because you can just put a droplet underneath your tongue. It affects a lot faster than traditional edibles, so about 30 minutes it kicks in. So that would be a nice way if you want something a little quicker. The last one you could do is tablets, which is kind of like cool. It's like weed aspirin. Tablets will come in many different forms, like 1:1 THC CBD, more 2:1 ratio CBD, or pure THC, and those are going to be microdosed as well into 5 to 10 milligrams.
And that concludes the microdosing episode. Thank you guys for tuning in. We hope you guys learned something. Maybe try microdosing yourself to see if it's a difference.
Switch it up.
Yeah, switch it up a little bit. Subscribe, share, like, comment, and tune in to episode 7 next week. It's gonna be a sneak peek of her cooking show.
All right. So if you guys like edibles, infused drinks, whatever you desire, check that out next episode.
Hey, see you next week.
Tokerz out.
About.